They're taking the foregrip off of the F2. And they're increasing the damage of any weapon with an extended barrel by 15%. Look here, 48 on the Commando. And then, look at that. So that's enough to two-shot a 2 armor to the chest. From 30 meters away, 3 shots for 153, as opposed to 4. Let's start with the F2. I'm going to assume anybody who's going to still be using the F2 at this point is going to be running a flash hider on it. What you're going to be worried about the most is that insane amount of muzzle climb. So you can tell I'm already having a hard time with it. Here's what the F2 looks like back on the live build. So that's a million times easier. So as you can tell, it's not impossible to hit the head with this thing. I mean, that's one of the calling cards about the F2 is the fire rate. But I think when you get too far, maybe about 20 meters or so this is typical like spawn peeking range, you're gonna wish you were using something else probably. Like, it's usable, again, but it's not, you know, it's not ideal. Oh, and Grim is also getting a buff. See this cool scope he has now. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid. No complaints here. This is a great change. The Commando suits just kind of play really well, but for Grim, he needs something for his gadget. I don't think this goes far enough quite yet. I can't get mad about it. I do wish the gadget got tuned up, though. But if we go back to Twitch, I think there's a change a lot of support players are going to find very interesting. So what does this mean? Well, you can still frag out with the 417. The 417 is the best DMR. You would know that if you watched my DMR tier list. 2 shots to the body at pretty much any range. So if you're Bolo, I think you're going to keep using the F2. I think for the average player, these 4 drones and a hard-hitting DMR are going to be really appealing. As Reaper once said, I won't waste your time, so there won't be an intro. Here are all the weapons that the extended barrel actually affects. For the G36, it affects its 3-shot kill to Maestro. Oh, wait, shit. For the G36, it affects its 3-shot kill to Maestro. It gives the R4C a 3-shot against Maestro. It gives the F2 a 3-shot against Maestro. But you're probably a crazy person if you don't run any recoil mitigation on this thing. I mean, I guess if you aim at the chest, it gives you a headshot anyway, so what do I know? It gives the Bearing 9 a 3-shot against 1 armors and 2 armors, but that's somewhat misleading because of the bullet pen. Remember, machine pistols do not pen limbs. So if you shoot like center mass like this, that doesn't apply. It's gotta be like, well, you're probably gonna hit the head anyway. There you go. I mean, you should just shoot the head anyway, but you get the idea. I'm using this for mathematics comparison? Yeah. It gives the Commando a 2-shot against 1 armors and 2 armors. It gives Buck C8 a 3-shot against Maestro. It gives Blackbeard's AR a 3-shot against Maestro. Fuck. It gives Capitau's AR a 2-shot against Bandit, and that's it. It gives the PDW-9 a 3-shot against 2 armors, and that's it. It only helps the Spear 308 at long range. From an average kill distance of 8 meters, it doesn't help at all. For the M4, it gives a 2-shot against Bandit. But just Bandit. It gives the F90 a 3-shot against Maestro. It gives the FMG9 a 3-shot against Smoke. It gives the SMG11 a 3-shot against Buck. But you're probably not going to hit only 3. It gives Clashes not an MP9 a 3-shot against Buck. Again, you're probably not just going to hit those 3. Don't forget about the limb pen thing, so I probably would not bother with extended barrel on these weapons. It gives Sam's AR a 2-shot against Bandit. It gives Bandit's MP7 a 3-shot against Sam. It gives the POF9 a 3-shot against Smoke. It completely changes the damage profile of the MP5K. 3 shots against 1 armors, 4 shots against 3 armors. So this is actually a scenario where I think this is a pretty significant change. I would actually run the MP5K on Womai if this went through. It gives the UMP45 a 3-shot against Zoph. It gives the MP5 a 4-shot against Buck. So with a lot of the SMGs, I think this is going to be kind of not great because you should really be shooting for the head anyway. I mean, you should be shooting the head with a lot of guns in Rainbow Six Siege, let's be honest, but especially with SMGs, right? Because that's the whole advantage that you have is that high rate of fire and low recoil. So extended barrel on a lot of SMGs, I'm not a huge fan of. You know, the case that you saw earlier with the UMP, I think that's a good case, but guns like the regular MP5, I'm not feeling it. P90 being a great example. It gives you a 4-shot against Ash and a 5-shot against Zoph.
Here all day, literally.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. So, like, You should really just be shooting the head anyway. It's the P90, but like, yeah, like, great. I really think you should just be shooting the head anyway, so yeah. It gives the VTS a 3-shot against Buck. It gives the Okay. It gives the 416 a 3-shot against Zoph. Which, whoa, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, the recoil still sucks. No, I suck. Yeah. 3 shots against Zoph. I'm probably still gonna run a flash hider. I don't know. So this is a weird scenario. So Frost's SMG is getting nerfed to 36 damage. If you put the extended barrel on, you'll get 41 damage. And the only targets you won't 3-shot are 3 armors, like Zoph. I'm not a fan of doing it for Frost's SMG just because I think it puts players in a weird position where they kind of have to use the extended barrel because that damage increase is so much more needed considering, I mean, look at the recoil control, right? Like, yeah, so it gives the... I am busy. It gives the MPX a 4-shot against Buck. Just hit the head. It's the MPX. Come on. It gives Cav's SMG a 3-shot against Zoph, which is kind of pog. It completely changes the damage profile on the Vector. It gives you a 4-shot against Ash, 5-shot against Zoph. Just hit the head. I mean, I guess that's cool. It gives the T5 a 4-shot against Zoph. Okay, you guys already know how I feel about this thing. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, that is literally just rolling the dice every time you get in a gunfight. But whatever, dude. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so at about 8 meters, it becomes pretty inconsistent. Okay. Uh-oh. Ooh, I think the FO12's back. For the K1A, it gives it a 4-shot against Buck. For the MX4, it gives it a 4-shot against Buck. You're probably just gonna hit the head anyway, because it's the MX4. No, don't use it on this thing. For the AUG A3, it gives it a 3-shot against Buck. For the Commando 9, it gives it a 3-shot against Buck. For the P10 Roni, it gives it a 4-shot against Buck. And for the UZK, it got the Frost treatment where it got reduced to 36 damage, and if you put an extended barrel on, it gives it 41. So 3-shot against Buck, 4-shot against 3 armors. My source for these damage figures is from a buddy of mine, Ozone, on Twitter. The link to that is in the description. Maverick's DMR got a damage increase. I actually don't know what it's going to do. This is my live reaction to what the damage output's going to be. Keep in mind it's 67 damage, not 62 anymore. So that's a 2-shot against close targets, any kind of close target. And now we're at spawn peaking. Imagine this is Christmas market on Cafe. Well, would you look at that? 2-shot against Maestro, but not against Rook. Still. This is actually really good. I like this change a lot. Maverick's DMR needed something, anything at all. Huge fan of this one. It looks like Maverick's AR has a 2x on it, which is kind of neat. Pretty easy to control. And I have an extended barrel on, mind you. That's pretty good. Ooh, I might be playing Maverick a little bit more. All right, and the Supernova now has 55 damage. That is a buff. We could try it a little bit closer. That's a little bit better. It's not a big enough sample size for me to conclude a lot, but I think any kind of damage increase to a shotgun is going to help in some way, right? It might not help from like far away like we did in the shotgun tier list, but you are going to get more reliable one-shots from closer up with the Supernova now. Thanks for watching SMG tier list Tuesday. Tune in, subscribe, do the doobly doop, do the like, then the things. Thanks for watching. Deuces.